Hello, my fellow Tauruses. Welcome to your general reading here on Daily Divine Guidance. This is for Taurus's sun, moon, and rising signs. Ooh, that finally went out. That was weird. Anyway, um, Taurus sun, moon, and rising signs. Remember, my friends, that time is fluid, so this message is for you. When you see it, don't worry about the date or time that it's been uploaded. It is a projection of energies over the next 4 weeks. However, you may see that some of this resonates with the past. That's just Spirit's way of showing us what we've either learned and grown from or what we still need to learn and grow from, okay? This is a general message for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising signs, which means not all of you will resonate, and that's 100% okay. You may want to check your moon or rising sign to see if those messages fit better with your current circumstances. Also, Taurus, as you know, you are the ruler of your existence and destiny. So whatever I say or the tarot suggests, you get to take what you want from it, leave behind what you don't like. You are in control of your life. It's all up to you. Think of the tarot as more of a guide than a definitive answer to what's coming, okay? I'm just shuffling our zodiac cards here. We're going to pull one of those, but first let's thank our angels, guides, ancestors, and spirit for being with us. So we ask for a clear guided message for our Taurus friends, sun, moon, and rising signs. Dropped a card. What is it that Taurus needs to be aware of over the next 4 weeks? What energies does Taurus need to be aware of? General message for Taurus. Thank you, as always. All right, let's pick a card here, Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Happy holidays. This one. A house card. The sixth house. The work, health, and duty area of your life. Okay. What's happening here? Are we going to talk about some coins? The work, health, and duty area of your life. Maybe some of you, it is the end of the year. Maybe some of you are doing that New Year's resolution thing. You know, Taurus, like a lot of people love to start the new year off with new plans and ideas about how they want to live life. So maybe that's something that's been on your mind. Your sixth house. All right. Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What does Taurus need to know? Sun, moon, and rising. Okay. We can get 4 cards, please. Woo! Oh, wow. 2 more cards, please. That's a lot of cards. Let's go ahead and lay these out really quick, though. One more card. Thank you. Taurus, you have the Hierophant, your card. This is Taurus's card here. You have the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. You have the Two of Swords, air energy, and the Three of Wands, fire energy. Taurus, you're really, over the next 4 weeks, you're really seated in your power. You're really seated in your energy. You're really kind of feeling yourself, okay, Taurus? The Hierophant is the traditionalist. Like, they like things done old school, or, you know, they're also very spiritually inclined and can tend to be religious. Doesn't mean a certain religion, but they're spiritualists. Their spirituality and their connection to spirit is very important to them. This is the card of spiritual wisdom and also tradition, basically what I just said, because I am repetitive here. But I really feel like what this is telling us is that you're seated in your power. You're really kind of just going with your flow and feeling yourself here, Taurus. over the next 4 weeks. And maybe you have been for a while, I don't know, but you're really, really in a good, I feel, headspace to move forward into the new year and the new decade. You have the Chariot, which is about control and willpower and success and taking action and being determined. I mean, this Chariot, this knight here, if you will, or even king or queen or whatever, however you want to look at them, is ready to go back to that castle and take back their position. It's almost like they were in exile and they're like, no, I was wronged, I'm coming back, and they're just determined they're going to get back there. So I really feel like, Taurus, what you're sitting in your very high vibe in your energy, but there's something on your mind that is really has you going like, okay, how do I succeed in this? Where do I find success in this? Because I feel like this is a good place for me to be. And I have the drive and I have the determination to be successful in this. And you're really kind of just rooted and sitting, right? That stubborn Taurus energy. And again, I'm a fellow Taurus, so I'm saying this in a good way. You're using your stubbornness for your good here. Seated in that determined action taking energy. Now, you could be dealing with a Cancer person, in the sense that maybe some of you are going to be experiencing higher levels of commitment with a Cancer person. The Hierophant also represents marriage and higher levels of commitment, okay? So this could very well be that some of you, Christmas time in Western culture, the holiday of Christmas is, or in Christian culture, I should say, it's not really just Western tradition, but in the Christian religion, Christmas, a lot of people like to get engaged or married on or around that holiday. So you may be experiencing that if that resonates with you. But I think for a lot of you, what this is, that you're seated in a very determined and successful energy that is rightfully your own, okay? But you have a decision to make. And this decision is very heartfelt. It's something near and dear to you. The Two of Swords is all about, it's that card that says, I have to figure this out because this is really difficult for me, but something has to be done. I need forward movement. Otherwise, you're just going to be sitting here forever going, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And the way she's crossing those swords over her heart, it's like she's protecting and guarding her heart. They're like, I don't know which one to take. I don't know what to do. It's a heartfelt matter here. Two of Swords, weighing the options, avoiding making a decision. So this could even have to do with, you have this energy, this very determined energy, but it could be like leaving a job that you love and everybody there loves you and they're like, no, you shouldn't quit, like keep doing this, you're doing so great, and you're just like, no, there's something bigger and better out there for me. I have, it could be that type of heartfelt decision. It could be releasing a partner. It could be releasing any kind of, heartfelt energy or situation or person. It's going to be difficult. But the great thing here, Taurus, is there is forward movement. That Three of Wands, I call this my leaving the comfort zone card. Okay, this beauty right here. This card traditionally is about progress and expansion and being able to see into the future, like foresight. And it can even be about overseas opportunities, travel opportunities. What I call this card, or why I call this card my leaving the comfort zone card, is because you can see that she's left two of her wands at her door, but she's taking one with her. So it's like, okay, I'm going to step out. I'm going to make this attempt. I'm going to do this. I'm going to move forward with this. I'm going to make progress in this, but I still have my place of comfort to return to when I need to. Do you see what I'm saying, Taurus? It's like you're not, Taurus has a hard time with change. So this is not something where you can just, go leaps and bounds into just whatever the unknown. you're taking your time, and you're still allowing yourself to have a place of comfort here, seated in your energy. So this, this card here, your sixth house, work, health, and duty areas of your life, it really feels like this is a decision wrapped around some sort of work related situation, that you may be leaving something to go on to something new and different. It may be difficult to do, Taurus, but you're worth it. Your dreams and your goals, you need to do it. It's good for you to live the life that you want. Wow, Aries had this card too. Four of Cups. So sorry, you guys. I get really weird about the cards being askew. Okay. 3 more cards, please, for Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, wow. Aries got... Jesus, this is almost like exactly like the second line of Aries' reading, too. No, they had all 3 of these cards here. Our Aries friends did. Just in different placements. But the placement doesn't matter. It's weird. It's almost like Taurus following Aries. Maybe that energy is carrying over into our Taurus friends. Very interesting. Okay. And I did shuffle the cards, so. Okay, let's get one more card for Taurus, please. One more. There it is. Okay, this is insane. I feel like the energy of Aries is definitely carrying over into our Taurus friends' energy, because all 4 of these cards are the same card, 4 of the same cards that were in Aries reading. Okay? So, but it tells a different story. I just feel like those energies, though, are still kind of, Aries is the end of March through the end of April. Taurus is the end of April through the end of May. I feel like these energies here are kind of like, all right, we're flowing through Aries into Taurus season. These people all kind of have the same thing going on right now, so we're just going to tell them similar stories. You have the 4 of Cups, the Devil card, which is Capricorn's card, the Tower, which is fire energy, water energy, and then you have the 2 of Cups, which is also water energy here. The 4 of Cups is all about contemplating things. It's about looking back and reevaluating. It's meditation. It's meditating on what has been and what you've really understood and learned from situations in the past, okay, Taurus? That followed by the Devil card, which is the shadow self. It's about attachments and bondage. It's sexuality. It's, it's the shadow. It's the darkness in all of us, right? This is something I said in the Aries video, that you have to remember that no one is all light. We all are light and dark. And it's the balance of the two, and understanding the balance of the two, which I personally believe is one of the things that we're brought here to learn in human form for our spirit's growth. The devil is, I feel like the devil is kind of, the devil coming in under this Chariot and the Hierophant. I feel like you're shifting into a lighter space. This very much feels like, Taurus, you maybe in the past you've had some difficulty with the shadow self, some difficulty with the darkness, some difficulty with addictions, or your sexuality. And that doesn't mean having multiple partners is a problem, okay? I'm not talking about that, but maybe admitting or committing to, or it could be any kind of difficulty surrounding sexuality. There could be issues with codependency here, and restricting yourself in the sense of being just very super strict and having these kind of rules that you've made in your head about how to live a perfect life. And there's all kinds of things wrapped up in the shadow self that you could have been experiencing. And I feel like with these 4 cards here, okay, which you have 3 major arcana cards right here. You have, what is it, 4 total. This is a big message for you, Taurus. If you're resonating, this is big for you. I feel like you're releasing a part of your shadow self. There's something that you've learned, okay? There's something that you've learned in the while stepping into the shadows, and you've come back into your full energy here. Over the next 4 weeks, you're going to be realizing this lesson, looking back on it, and this could be reevaluating this year, this whole decade. We're starting a new decade here, but something is shifting for you that is away from, I personally feel it's away from the shadow self. Now, why do I feel this way? Is because of the Tower. I feel like you're going to be moving away from something into something very different, very, very different. It's like almost 2 at different ends of the spectrum here, and it can get a little chaotic. The Tower is in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. It's the king and queen falling out of a window or jumping out of window of a tower that's falling, right? Everything's crumbling to the ground. It's that feeling of like, my life is falling apart. Why me? Why is this happening? But you have to remember that happens. I just saw something. Just saw something fly through my living room. That's great. Doesn't feel bad though. It just feels, I just got a sense of release. Like, this is the darkness being released. Okay. Let's continue with the cards here. Taurus, this Tower is going to feel, it's going to be, I feel like some of you, it's going to be such a different change of pace that you're going to feel a little bit of the chaos. You're going to feel a little, like, I don't feel like it's the Tower crumbling. It's the same thing I felt with Aries. I don't feel like this is why is this happening to me? My life is falling apart. I almost feel like this is like you pushed that Tower over because you knew that it was structurally not sound. And so you knew you had to push it over to rebuild it. It has to be done in like 2 weeks. So there's that chaotic energy. You know what I mean? It's that energy of just like, it's just such a high vibrational energy. I feel this Tower is telling us that, it can feel a little chaotic. But what this brings in, Taurus, what this is bringing forth, I mean, it doesn't get much better than love, right? The 2 of Cups, I see this in 2 ways, but I really feel like, these 2 cards match perfectly together. These 2 cards match perfectly together. All of these cards are excellent for you, Taurus. The 2 of Cups is unified love and mutual attraction. This is, you are so attracted to someone or something, and it or they is so attracted to you. They are so attracted to you that there's no denying this connection, okay? No denying it whatsoever. The 2 of Cups is about partnership, and it's about unified love. This is the beginning of a whole new experience for you. Some of you may resonate with this being self-love. I apologize for that. My dog is throwing a bone around. Don't do that. There's the possibility, like I said, of self-love. There's a possibility of new love. There's a possibility of renewed love, like a re-spark, which was also something I saw with Aries. So there's so much here, but it is real love. It is like a fresh, new kind of feeling that makes you feel good. So I'm loving this for you, Taurus. I'm loving it. He's still throwing the bone around. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to put some kind of warning at 18 minutes. Okay, let's get some energy cards for you really quickly. No. This one. Okay. Door to value, the number 31. 31 is reduced to the number 4. 4 is all about balance and stability. The door to value. I feel like some of you are definitely finding the value in the shifts and the changes that you have made or are making, okay? And the value in living your truest and most authentic self here. The value in taking action. The value in pushing an unstructurally sound tower over to renew it or to build it correctly. The value in love. The value in lessons. The value in releasing the shadow self, or limiting how the shadow self affects your life. It's this one. Okay. Door to person. What is with the doors? Door to personal healing and happiness. This is reduced to the number 7, and 7 is the spiritualist. 7 is the spirit number here, you guys. This is excellent. Excellent. Doors, what I'm seeing here with these two doors is doors are opening for you, Taurus. Doors are coming open for you. Pay attention. Pay attention to new people in your life. Pay attention. Pay attention. You're going to feel it. Is that it? Yeah, okay. You have the goddess of the moon. Again, a number 7. This is also really talking about connecting with spirit. Meditate, pray, connect with your higher power, your higher self, your God, whatever it is you want to talk, or whatever it is that you call it. Goddess of the moon. Hopefully you were able to perform some sort of full moon ritual. If not, I'm posting this in time. We are still in the full moon energy. It's still full moon time right now. It's the last full moon of the decade. So I suggest you take advantage of it. Taurus, you are very, very powerful over the next 4 weeks. I hope this resonated with you. If it did, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps us get the message out to more of our Taurus friends. I will be back next week with your love reading, so maybe we'll get to dive in a little bit more to this or see what's going on for you, Taurus. Until then, I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, everybody.